We into it. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I know I've been gone for the last little 2 days, but I'm back. Um, and let's get into it. If you guys want a personal reading, I'm here on my YouTube. Link down below. If you're on my fucking TikTok, up above. Y'all, it's been a quiet 2 days. It's been a quiet 2 days, and the reason why is because I made it that way. These last 2 days have been like really fulfilling. Like, it's actually been like there's a lot going on, but there's nothing going on at the same time. I'm gonna start by saying Mercury retrograde has been beating my ass, respectfully. How you doing, Trish? Or it's Tris. But let me tell you something. Mercury retrograde has been beating my ass. But I'm making it through. I'm making it fucking through. So we're gonna start there, okay? You already know how we're about to get started. We're about to do downloaded messages. And then we're going to do some readings after, okay? Whew. Y'all, I don't even know if y'all are ready for this reading because I'm going to keep it a beam with you. These past 2 days, like, they've been eye-opening, but they've also been like, I don't know how deep it's about to get. How you doing, Guru? But I do know how deep it's gonna get. So maybe that's significant. Some of you guys are sitting over here like afraid to go deeper. And I feel like God is sitting over here challenging you guys to go deeper because the answers is within you getting deeper. But the deeper you go, the angrier you get. The deeper you go, the more you sit over here and realize that there's a lot of things that you guys need to change. The deeper you go, the more you realize that it's not other people, it's you. You're the one that's attracting these people to you. The deeper you go, the more you realize that you couldn't see yourself. The deeper that you guys go within you figuring out who you are, within you figuring out what you like versus what you don't like, you realize that all of that shit is within you. The people that you're attracting, the people that are mistreating you, the people that have always walked over you, you realize that it was because of you. It was never because of them. It's because of what you allowed into your life versus what you could have set over here and controlled. See, I'm not talking about when you were a kid, because when you were a kid, you could not control what family you were born into. When you were a kid, you could not control your living circumstances, but now you're an adult, and now you're responsible for carrying all the fucking things and carrying all those feelings and all that trauma within you. That's you. You said you hate your dad. Let me tell you something. How you doing, Redbone? How you doing, JC? That's you said that you hate how you feel. You said you hate your living circumstances. You said you hate your job. You said that you hate because you are so unhappy, but in reality, you could change that. You said that you're not healed. You said you need therapy, then go get fucking therapy. You said that you want a better relationship, then choose better people. You said that you want to sit over here and stop being used. Well, stop allowing people to use you. It's your fault. But when I say that, and when I trigger you, and I even trigger myself when I say this, it pisses us off. But it pisses us off to be sad and be depressed. It doesn't piss us off in order to encourage change within us, and that's a problem. That's where our problem lies. The problem lies is that we sit over here and we get so fucking angry. We get angry that our car isn't fucking working. We get angry because we're not living the way we want to live. We get angry because we choose the wrong partners. We get angry because people be honest with us and say that we're not for them. Like, we're angry about how our parents treated us, how our siblings treated us. We're angry about not going to college or not finishing college or even going to college and fucking choosing the wrong degree. Like, we're upset about a lot of different things in life. We're angry. And we're angry because we don't feel seen, but we're angry because we don't know how to shift or change what the fuck it is that makes us who we are. And for those, I feel the need to say this, for those that don't hear me right now, or you're not able to catch this, click off. It's so funny. I like to encourage people not to watch me because it's like, if you get me, you get me. If you don't, you don't. I don't want y'all to force this. But I will say, come back to my YouTube. You might need to sit down and actually listen to me. If you over here driving in a car, if you over here fucking, you doing shit, you got other people around you, you might not hear me, and you might need to actually hear this message, but this is not the time, so click off. It'll be on my YouTube later though. Alright, let's get started, y'all. I wrote down, is this more than a whatever thing to you? Some of you guys are sitting over here dealing with something or someone that don't take you serious. And I'm gonna kind of be all over the place, and I already know why. It's because some of my downloaded messages is on this page, but some of them is on these two pages too, so I have to go back and forth, okay? But when I say this to y'all real quick, okay? How you doing, Eric? It's good to see you, babes. When I say this to you, a lot of y'all need to sit over here and realize that, listen, if you want fucking love, then you gotta sit over here and choose yourself right now. If you want motherfucking love, you gotta sit over here and choose yourself right now. What the fuck does that mean? That means that you gotta sit over here and do the inner reflection as to why you keep attracting these half-ass individuals to you. I.e., let's get into it. This past summer, I don't know if it was because of Venus retrograde, I don't know what the fuck it is, but I've been dating people because I felt called to date people. But 3 different occasions, 3 different things was told to me, y'all. And I'm being vulnerable with y'all because I have to walk so y'all can run, so y'all don't go through the shit that I go through, okay? 3 different occasions. One person, I asked them, I said, when you view me, and this is somebody I have been rocking with for some years. I said, when you view me, do you view me as a wife? Like, am I a wife to you? This grown-ass man said, to be honest, I can't answer that. I've been rocking with that person for years, and I feel like that's the answer, y'all. If y'all are sitting over here asking people how they feel about you, because we about to break it down into sectors, okay? If you guys are sitting over here rocking with an individual and they can't sit over here and tell you whether if they view you as serious versus if they don't see you as serious, how you doing, Isabella? Then all of a sudden, let me tell you something, and that means that they don't move on with your life. Because they're looking for something that's more. They're looking for somebody. Exactly, Isabella. That was the answer. Let me tell you something. That answer didn't hurt my feelings. That answer opened my eyes and made me be like, okay, I'm on the right direction. I'm getting this person out of my life because I don't need to waste no more time with this person. That answer gave me the answer that, listen, you cool. And this is what it is. You're cool, but I'm still looking. I still have other things that I have to focus on. You're not it. Because let me tell you, no matter if a person is broke, no matter if somebody's down bad, no matter if fucking they sitting over here, they just lost their mom. If you they person, then you're their person. Let me tell you something. But that's not to sit over here and hurt your feelings, okay? That's the key of this fucking shit. Shit is not to hurt our feelings. Shit is to sit over here and correct our paths. A lot of us are sitting over here dealing with people, and it's like you have no business dealing with those people for that long, okay? Now, second person. I met this guy early July. Or June. Early July. No, ooh, I'm lying like shit. I met him in June. And early summer is what I meant to say. And we had vibed. He was cool. But I recently encountered him. And he said, Charlie, I have a girlfriend now. I said, why am I here? And then I started feeling bad. And then I was like, that's not me, because I didn't fucking know. Now let me tell you what this triggered within me once he revealed to me that he had a girlfriend. He tried to come back and be like, well, it's just somebody that I want to take serious. But nah, you already labeled her, okay? It triggered within me that, well, that's one person. That's another person that's not my person. It also triggered within me that I'm getting closer. But 3, it triggered as to why these people were removed in my life, or removed out of my life at an early point, and then I tried to go back and add these people into my life. See, I want you guys to understand something. Rejection really is protection but that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. Rejection is protection, but that doesn't mean that that shit don't fucking hurt you type shit, okay? Now, what I mean by that is that early on, I had met this guy early June, but we had stopped. Like, connection was cool, but basically, like, connection fizzled out. We stopped talking to each other. We hit each other up randomly. Point of the matter is that rejection is protections. Him getting distance was a sign, but I never knew why. Later on, it's always revealed as to why people get distance. It's always revealed why as to why people switch up on you. It's always revealed why. And it doesn't matter how good your connection can be with somebody. If you're not it, you're not it. But that's not to hurt your feelings. Catch me, y'all. It's not to hurt your feelings, but it's to point you in the direction of the person that's actually for you. Okay? That's the second person. There's another point, though. When he told me that he had a girlfriend, it made me have a trigger response, like, and I low-key got mad at God, and this is where I be honest and I be vulnerable with y'all, because I got mad at God because I'm just like, God, you keep giving all these people their people. They meet me, and it's like right after they meet me, they sitting over here having revelations. They sitting over here going and they having girlfriends, or they sitting over here and they having other experiences and stuff like that, y'all. Oh, we talking, Tina. Let me tell you something. So I'm like, God, I keep asking for my person. I'm doing the work. You told me to get out here and date. Big dog, I'm dating. You told me to sit over here and heal my heart chakra. I'm doing that. Like, but I'm not being chosen. And it's like, don't get me wrong, have good conversations with people, have, you know, good experiences with these people, have good dates with these people. But it's just like everybody else is having these revelations. But me, I keep getting the short end of the stick. So some of you guys could be there too. That's why y'all asses is here. Third conversation, and these are all not even in order, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, because these all happened at 3 different occasions, 3 different men. The third conversation that somebody told me is like, while we was hanging out on some chilling shit, on some wine vibes, he said, Charlie, I think my ex is my soulmate. He was like, and I actually discovered this after I had tried some shrooms. I said, again, in that moment in my head, I said, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this information? What am I supposed to do with this information? Trish, we talking. Then I realized all of these people are getting X'd out of my life because I'm getting closer to my person. But 2, all of these people, because God is actually talking to me now, all of these people had to be X'd out to actually make room for the person that's actually your person, that makes you feel comfortable. Because if I go back and I look at all 3 of these different men, yes, we vibe, but did we vibe enough to sit over here and build a connection? Like, would I really want to sit over here and actually be with somebody that just wants to stay home and watch TV all day? No. Would I really want to sit over here? Because this is where I deep dive with y'all, and I'm going to be honest. Would I really want to sit over here and deal with somebody that's fighting through depression when you got your own depression? You can't help them. You can't help their past traumas and shit like that. No. Do you even want to be involved with somebody that's sitting over here thinking that their ex is their soulmate type shit? Probably not. Don't need that shit in your life. Do you really want to deal with somebody that's disloyal? They sitting over here still entertaining you, but they're saying that they have a girlfriend. Let me tell you something. All of these 3 men, I really like them. But I like them because my ego liked them. My ego liked that man was 6'5". My ego liked that he fucking drove a Jag. My ego liked that he fucking smelled good. My ego liked that we looked together. We looked good together. My ego liked that guy was young. My ego liked that fucking he had curly hair. My ego fucking liked that he had fucking straight ass teeth. My ego liked that he had a pool in his backyard. My ego liked, and these are all 3 different fucking people. My ego. Oh, Ray, we talking. Isabella, we talking. My ego liked these fucking people, but the point of the matter is that that's some ego shit. What's good for me, and you know what's crazy, I'm really starting to learn this, is that I don't really care about the nice cars and shit. I don't really care about fucking my bag, having bags and shit like that no more. And it's crazy because it took to this weekend where I was over here and I was out and I had my bag on. And I was like, this Saint Laurent bag don't make me who I am. My Yeezys don't make me who I am. I threw away my Yeezys. I was thinking about throwing away my Saint Laurent bag because I'm not attached. God is making me not be attached to no materialistic item. And this is coming from a person that very much, I love nice shit. I like living and I love luxury. I love items and shit, but I'm not attached to that. And I feel like all these other people, they had nice shit, but they were attached to nice shit. But that's, they thought that they could live through their nice shit. They thought that they could live through their dick. They thought that they could live through their nice bodies, through their nice teeth. Like, that's all they thought that they had to bring to the connection. In some way or somehow, yes, my ego identified them as, ooh, I could do forever after with these people. I could build with these people. Shit, they could build me. But in reality, it didn't work out because they chose other people. But God told them to choose other people. But the fucked up part is they always come back. Even in times past, because this isn't the first time that I've sat over here and other people I've been chosen over other people. The fucked up part is that y'all, because Isabella, we talking, Tris, we talking. Tina, we talking. Everybody always comes back. But the fucked up part is everybody always comes back when I've moved on. Sometimes it's when I've moved on to another connection and I'm like really into it. It's funny, as soon as I drop down in a new relationship, all the hoes come back all at once. It's like fly repellent. As soon as I sit over here and I start posting, I'm losing weight, sitting over here making big moves, fly repelling, everybody trying to come back, trying to see what's going on. Fly repelling. They always come back, but you can't allow them in. And the funny part is that I always meet better people. If you think about it, y'all, and y'all think about y'all experiences and everybody that you got rejected by, because we being honest tonight, y'all. If you think about everybody that you've been rejected by, when you met your ex at a certain point, you thought that they were a step up. Always. All the people that you have dated have always been a step up from your previous situation. I don't care if you are no longer talking to those people. I don't care if you hate those people now. They have always been a step up. When you first met them, honeymoon stage, you was like, this is my new motherfucker, and guess what? He better than all y'all motherfuckers type shit. So what makes you think that, yes, now your ex is in the past. Yes, your situations ain't working out. Yes, all this shit ain't working out for you. What makes you think that your next assignment, your next person, if you will, your next husband, your next wife, what makes you think that they gotta be top tier type shit? And what's funny is because God is talking to y'all, but he's talking to me too. What makes y'all think that God needs to sit over here and have a partner and is trying to give you a partner that doesn't fall victim to temptation, that doesn't sit over here and fucking choose other people, other friendships, other moms and dads, and they don't choose other people over your connection. See, God needs to give you somebody that is strong. God wants to give you somebody that sit over here and actually shows you what real love looks like. But the point of the matter is that he has to get rid of everybody that was tempting. All of those people that you was tempted by, he has to rid you of those connections. And sometimes he would sit over here and try to do it in a simple way, which is ghosting, which is y'all lose connection, which is they find other connections or you find other connections. Sometimes he tries to do it in an innocent way to where it doesn't hurt your feelings. But what happens when you start revisiting, when you're drinking that Pinot Noir, you drinking that tequila, you sitting over here start drinking and you like, I should hit him up. I should hit her up because it's been a month. I ain't talked to them. I don't even know what even happened. And then you go back for clarity, and clarity is what's given to your ass. That's when they tell you they in a relationship, or that's when they tell you that they really think that they soulmate is the one. That's when they tell you that, yo, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know how to answer if you a wife to me or not, type shit. That's when clarity comes. So God tries to ease your ass out of this shit to avoid the real shit that's gonna hurt you. And really, it don't really even hurt you. It just hurts your ego because you feel like you're not chosen. I think that that's a whole nother conversation within itself, y'all. Some of us, and even me, I feel like all of us, we be living within our ego. We don't want these fucking people. We just don't want our ego to be bruised. If we could take our emotions out of it, don't get me wrong, we could have good vibes with them. But y'all, if you a really good vibing ass motherfucker, if you got good ass motherfucking energy, let me tell you something. Yikes, so we talking. If you got good energy, you could vibe with anybody. If you the motherfucking plug, like you can sit over here in it and you could really, it don't matter who you vibing with, you could have a vibe with everybody. But our ego is what tells us that we should be mad because this person rejects us. Our ego is like, nah, we rejected. We don't get rejected. Our ego is what sits over here and fucking... our ego is what sits over here and even says that we're hurt even when we don't even give a fuck about this shit. Because in reality, if you take it 2 steps back, you don't even know this motherfucker's mama's name. In reality, you don't even fucking know that. You don't even know like what they was like growing up. You don't know really anything about their life. You just know that they look good, they sound good, and they tell some good stories, but they not telling you the right stories. You don't know that these people is really crazy. You don't even know why they really ran their ex off type shit. Their ex probably seen some shit like... And honestly, God is like, don't even like scare them, like, because sometimes people don't even be all bad. Like, don't get me wrong, people's past could be bad, but sometimes their past could be boring. Sometimes God wants to remove you out of a person's life because they're boring and you're too exciting. And to be honest, sometimes y'all connection be, your vibe scares people off. I had to learn this about myself too this weekend because I was having a conversation with God. I was like, God, I always have so much energy for people. Why do I feel like I have to shift who the fuck I am in order to accommodate people? I'm going to give y'all an example. Recently, I felt like I've been having to reserve my energy, saying less. I'm the type of person, if we out, I want to know you. I want to ask questions. I want to talk to you. But God has been challenging me to say less on dates. He's been challenging me to say less with friendships, say less in everything about what's going on in my real life. And it's like, I get why, but it's like, it's not within me to say less. It's not within me to sit over here and just be fucking, like, I'm a mysterious ass person, but it's like, I'm the type of person like, tell me your red flags so we can get this shit over with now type shit. It's like, I'm the type of person like, let's get to the nitty gritty. And I just answered my own question in my motherfucking head because God is talking to me, y'all. He just told me that you're not enjoying the fucking process. That's why none of these fucking connections work out. See, it's so funny, y'all, because I be sitting over here thinking, like, I be wanting to rush into, like, finding my person. I don't even be trying to do the whole relationship shit, but it'd be like, I just want to do the exclusive shit because I like taking pride into who I have. Maybe that's the ego thing too, being braggadocious. But it's not even about bragging. I just felt like, because even in my past, I feel like I never bragged on my people. At least I don't think so. Maybe I have to do some shadow work on it. But it's like, I really am a relationship ass bitch. I love relationships. I love sitting over here being committed to somebody. Don't get me wrong. Meeting new people, having new experiences is cool and shit like that. But then you get to a point where you get burnt out and you like, yo, like, I want somebody that takes me serious. Which actually brings me back to my point of, well, then God be like, well, if you want somebody serious, then take yourself serious. So then, because I told y'all we about to be bouncing back and forth. So then I said, here's the truth. So we about to do a real deep dive on my life. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth, y'all. I had to walk so y'all motherfuckers can run, okay? So we about to get to the nitty gritty. We about to keep it a being with each other. I understand why you had me do this late. Okay. I said, I was talking to God, or I was writing because I was mad as shit this day. And I asked God, I said, like, what the fuck, basically? Like, what is the reason, what is the blockages? What is the reason why I keep sitting over here like what am I doing wrong? Because I keep sitting over here attracting a certain type of person. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own shit going on. But the main factor, everybody's common denominator, is that everybody's emotionally unavailable. Or they sit over here and it's either they're working on themselves, they found somebody else, or they realize they want to go back to a past connection, or they just don't view me as that. So I was like, God, okay, what the fuck am I doing wrong? First one, I fucked them too fast for them to avoid the chase. Sometimes, y'all, I'm gonna keep it all the way at being with y'all. I don't like doing the whole chasing shit. I know men like to naturally chase. I get chased often. It's funny, the people that I'm not interested in is the people that chase me the most. Even the people that I am interested in, they chase me in the beginning, but when I show interest, then all of a sudden it shifts. But what holds true is that, y'all, I like sex. I'm gonna keep it a bean. That's my reality. So it's like, I feel like if I'm vibing with you, if we get there, if I'm like, yo, I feel connected, like I feel like we mentally connected, chemistry don't lie, fucking our chemistry is there. I kiss you, you kiss me, boy, I'm like, let's fuck. But the reality is it's funny because last night I kept getting a whole bunch of TikToks that I was watching, and I was watching this shit while I was lit, but I was just like, fuck it. It all rang true is that men want to chase. And it's like, if you sit over here, their objective is to get cookie. And not to sit over here and say everybody is the same, but for 90% of the population, that's their goal. So if you give it up too soon, then guess what? They already know that it's like you're already eliminating yourself. So that's the first one. Second one. Now, y'all, this is my truth, okay? This is my truth. Take y'all truth and y'all keep it to yourselves. I don't care. I'm walking so y'all can run. I said, I show I'm crazy by freaking out and being overly emotional when I don't get my way. It's really only when I don't get my way, I get overly emotional. When I don't get my way, when I don't feel heard, when I don't feel like I can sit over here, like I feel like I have to explain my thoughts or explain why I moved a certain way. If I can't get that off, overly emotional comes a certain type of way. Or if I feel like you're trying to play me, over emotional comes into play. When I feel like, because y'all, I actually realized this last night within a conversation I was having, y'all, I am a runner. I am a track star. I like to sit over here before I can show, because I really don't like showing my feelings. But before I get to the point where I start getting overly emotional, I'll just block your ass. I might come back. I'm famous for coming back, but I will block you. And it's because it's just like, one, I realized that, ooh, we're deep diving tonight. Please hold. Maybe I needed to talk to you guys to get this shit out, because I think I just fucking figured out the answer. Anyway, I realized that I'm a runner, y'all. And I feel like what I just wrote down is that like running is because I'm really not ready. I'm gonna keep it all the way at being with you. Running is because maybe it's because I don't feel like I'm worthy of love. Running is because I don't do well with rejection. Running is because it's easier for me to block you than for me to cuss your ass out. Because you're playing with my emotions. When people play or insult my intelligence, it irritates me. But I'm learning that I cannot be overly emotional about things, because at the end of the day, we can't control how other people respond to us. We cannot control how other people react to us. We cannot control if people want to be into our lives or if they do not. Next point. I'm clingy to those that I liked, but I'm detached to those that like me. Some backwards shit. I don't fucking understand why. If I really fuck with you, I really want to, like, don't get me wrong, I need space, but it's like I could sit over here and spend every day with you. Like, if you my mans, if you my person, like, I can spend, like, I want to be around you. Even if it's like not even us doing shit, it's just like, let's go do errands, like. But it's like, to those that I don't like, it's just like I'm detached. I don't really care about texting like that, to be honest. Call me. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back, because I'm like, that running shit just blew me. Okay, I wrote down, my energy is up and down. Maybe I'm bipolar. There are times where I want to be bothered, y'all, and there's times where I'm just like, leave me the fuck alone. And I feel like you have to sit over here and get that under wraps before you could bring in a connection into your life, because nobody wants to deal with somebody who has energy that's up and down. It's like, heal yourself. But it's like, you have to figure out what makes your energy go up and down. What makes you? Is it the food you're eating? Is it, and honestly, it's so funny because it's just like, this is real time. Is it because you're not spending enough time invested into you? Is your energy up and down because you're putting too much power and emotion into other people? Oh, Ken, we talking. I wrote down, I don't feel like my real self is appreciated by anyone. What does that mean? I feel like, yo, I be my true authentic self with y'all, with my moms, with my friends, with every fucking body. I don't shift. Don't get me wrong, there are times where I'm like, gotta go in hermit mode, I need some rest. There are times where I sit over here and I get like, when I'm tired, I get meaner. There are times where I do have a shift where it's like, go inward. But for the most part, I am the same with everybody. And I feel like sometimes that hurts me. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it hurts everybody else. Because I've been sitting over here watching like a lot of therapy videos and shit like that. And it's like, within that, it's been like kind of telling me like two things. By you being your true authentic self, it motivates other people to be their true authentic self. 2, if you're a person that naturally shines and you just have energy and energy and energy, when people can't duplicate your energy, they're envious of it. When people can't use your energy, they're envious of it. They try to shut you out. They try to turn you off because they cannot give you what you give them. And I think that that's another thing too, going back to the whole why people reject you is because people can't reciprocate the energy that you give them, the love that you give them, the compliments that you give them, the gifts that you give them, all the energy that y'all give to these people. They cannot give it back to you. And that's why God removes these people out of your life, because they don't even deserve it, because you don't even know these people. You don't know how fucked up they could be. You don't know how manipulative they could be. You don't know that these people are really takers, because you are a giver. And God wants to give you another giver because he knows that you're going to give and they're going to give to you too. Sidebar. Let's keep going. I don't feel like my real self is appreciated by anybody. A lot of y'all are sitting over here going back. I have to repeat that one because I feel like a lot of y'all feel like y'all are not appreciated by nobody. And that causes you to not show up as you. That causes you to do half-ass effort, because if you don't feel appreciated, you're like, well, fuck it, I'm not about to sit over here and get all done up for this date. If you don't feel appreciated, you don't sit over here and be like, fuck it, I'm not about to sit over here and go out of my way to show that this person that I'm funny. When you don't show up and you don't feel appreciated, you give half-ass effort. And half-ass effort attracts other half-ass individuals. You also have to realize a lot of people are fucking lazy. Especially when it comes to this dating shit. A lot of people have also been hurt too. Have their own trauma. Have they shit that they've been going through. But the point of the matter is that y'all have to sit over here and recognize that. But just because you have been hurt, are you still trying, or do you hate women now? Or do you hate men now? I've been hurt too, but I don't sit over here and take out my experiences on to my next person. Do you do that? And if you are attracting people that do that, then you got to do some self-evaluation, because maybe you do sit over here and have the tendency to take out all your past traumas onto your next person because of your last person. So some of you guys, y'all just don't feel appreciated by anybody. So it requires y'all. I was gonna say it makes y'all not fucking want to show up. Next one, because I'm about to have to go get some water. Usually I have my water next to me, but how are we feeling, y'all? As we going to these downloads tonight, is y'all good? You said, I don't want to bleed on someone who didn't cut me. Janelle, we talking. But sometimes we bleed out on people because we don't know where the wound is at. Sometimes the wound is hiding, Jenna. That's real. Sometimes we accidentally bleed out on people because we sit over here and put a temporary bandage over some shit that really cut the fuck out of us. And that's when it's fucked up. That's when it's like, damn, you didn't deserve that. That's when you think that you over some shit, and it's like, and then something happens and it triggers you to realize like, oh no, that cut is actually still, like, you didn't sew that shit, like you didn't sew it. It didn't heal properly. It didn't, like, that shit is still gushing out blood, and it's like, and at first that it's been trying to warn you. It's like, it's funny with trauma tries to warn you that you're not ready, i.e. the little blood drops appearing. It's like, listen, you over here trying to check that person's phone. Trauma response. You getting mad because they not texting you back. Trauma response. You're getting upset because you see that they got a best friend and it's the opposite sex. Trauma response. You sit over here and get mad because they mama calling them 3 times a day. Trauma response. Like, yo, trauma responses. That's just the little icing on the cake. And it's not even the icing. That's just like the little, you got a fucking cut right here. It's just a little drop. And then now all of a sudden it's like, well, I really don't like it that you sit over here and talk to your mom 3 times a day, because my last dude sat over here and had mommy issues and had his past, or had his mom in our relationship all the time. Or then you start acting crazy because you sitting over here trying to check that person's phone and be like, what the fuck you got going on type shit. It's like, it starts to drip out. You think you're healed, but you're not. Anyway, sidebar. Okay, let's go back. The goddess, we talking today, y'all. We over here talking. I appreciate all your gifts. Okay, I wrote down, God told me to be my true self, but that scares people away. Sometimes people are not meant to be in your life or to see who the fuck you are. And the reason why is because I really do believe that we do have multiple soulmates, twin flames, whatever you want to call them. But I don't think that you're supposed to give the same energy to everybody. Don't get me wrong, be your true authentic self, yes, but I do believe that we're supposed to have restrictions to the point where you allow people in, like you give everybody a fair chance, but if there's a red flag, see that red flag and restrict their access then. Don't restrict their access in the beginning. Like, don't be so restricted off to where you won't let anybody into your heart. But it's like, listen, you see they ex blowing up their phone 10 times while you on a date. Like, baby, deal with that before you could talk to me. Shut off. You see that they sitting over here like they being rude to the waiter. Red flag. Listen, babe, you need to work on your manners. Cut off. I feel like you guys sit over here and you guys have to be y'all advocate. Me too. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this shit. Cause I'm speaking to y'all, but like I'm speaking to me too. It's crazy. It's the craziest shit. Y'all gotta be your own advocates. What do I mean by that is that y'all, when you notice that some shit don't feel right, you gotta speak the fuck up. Right then and there. You notice somebody's not being consistent with you, you gotta be like, yo, babe, it's not working for me. And it's not for you to sit over here and even, because my biggest thing is I always want to run off. But it's like, can we fix this, or is it just fuck me? That's a fucking bar. That is a fucking bar. Can we fix this, or is it fuck me? And if it's fuck me, no offense to you, but I got to get out of here because I have to be the advocate for my life. I have to sit over here and actually be the one that's showing up for me and protecting me. See, I need you to understand something. If it's fuck me, if you're not willing to accommodate something that hurts my feelings, if you're not willing to adjust something that hurts my feelings, maybe it's just you, then guess what? No offense. If that's within you and you don't want to shift that, no problem. I'm going to exit left. And I feel like what happens, guys, is that we don't sit over here and we don't advocate for ourselves. Like, we don't advocate for ourselves, so we let anybody treat us like any way that they want to. You could text me when you call me, beat me if you want to reach me at any hours of the fucking night. We don't tell people that they hurt our feelings because we want to sit over here. Like, we want our ego to make it seem like we don't give a fuck when our feelings are hurt. We sit over here and like, we really do. It's so funny. We be doing ourselves in real time. But it's like, I feel like right now God is challenging us to advocate for ourselves, to speak up when we're fucking hurting, and speak up when shit smell like fish. Call that fish the fuck out. Because we don't want to walk around smelling like fucking fish. But a lot of us like to put on our blind rose-colored motherfucking glasses because it's easier. It's easier to pretend. It's easier to pretend that you don't see the bad shit, that you don't see the red flags. Because the ego likes the jag. The ego likes the 6'5". The ego likes the clear skin, the cute smile. The ego likes that y'all look good together. But that red flag, y'all be like, well, let me look this fucking white really quickly, because I don't really want to look at that shit really quick. Like, yeah. And it's like, nah, big dog, you got to advocate for yourself in order for you to sit over here and be able to identify, like, yo, this shit don't feel right. I don't know why it doesn't feel right. Can we talk about it and communicate? But I feel like a lot of you guys don't know how to communicate properly too. And if you are dealing, maybe you might be the person that actually likes to communicate, but you're dealing with somebody that does not know how to communicate. Well, then that's on you to figure out if you can deal with that versus if you can't. But I always like to challenge you guys and sit over here and say, don't do it. And the reason why is because communication is free. And I know we're in Mercury retrograde. I started this shit by saying Mercury retrograde is whooping my ass. But it's like, communication is the only way we're going to make it through, because I have to make you understand me and you have to make you understand me too. Like, we have to be able to be here, because I need to understand why you did the shit that you did, and you got to understand why I reacted the way that I reacted too. But if we can't talk about it, if it's hush hush, if we're supposed to sweep shit under the rug, we're never gonna make it. That's why relationships or marriages never make it. Okay, just keep going. Sorry y'all, because I know I'm like, we into it tonight, okay? We into it. We too deep. At this point, we in too deep. In too deep could be significant with LL Cool J and I forget what his name is, but the boy from Love and Basketball. You know, I have a bad habit of calling grown ass men little boys. Like, I gotta stop that shit. Okay, I wrote down, my energy is too high for most, which we touched on already. I wrote down, I have control issues. I'm a perfectionist to a motherfucking T, and I know that within me, and I try my hardest to get the perfectionism out of me, but it's within me. I'm OCD. I like a clean house. And it's so funny because I was talking to my dad the other day, and he was like, yeah, I'm OCD. Don't have no fucking glass in my sink. I'm just like, get up and I just start cleaning. My grandmother's like that too. OCD, perfectionism. I want somebody that looks perfect. I want somebody that is perfect, or at least even if you have flaws, your flaws look perfect to me. If not, we could fix that, babes. But perfectionism is key. But it's like, that's the control issue within me. And I realized, because y'all, this list is going based off of hard truths that I had to realize as to why I keep attracting all this fuck shit in my life, okay? So for those that are just now tuning in, that's what we're doing. Downloads, if you will. I feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys this will be posted on my YouTube. So if you want to watch it from the beginning, you will be able to go back and watch it from the beginning and watch it all the way through, okay? But my control issues be whooping my ass, because I be wanting to control, like, people that sit over here, like, say the perfect shit. Why can't you just say this? You could have avoided this by doing this, like. And I'm learning that in reality, we don't have control over anyone but ourselves. We don't have control over anybody's actions, how they feel about us, emotions. We don't have control over anything. Shit, we barely got control over ourselves, because we be overly emotional as fuck too. But I feel like the key within that is that control issues be whooping our asses so bad that it's like, it does not allow us to breathe. Or at least for me, it doesn't allow me to breathe. There is no room to feel safe. There is no room to sit over here and it's crazy, because it's just like, there's no room for me to sit over here and not even allow for a mistake to even be had. Sometimes. The next one is I want the last word. Now, y'all, this one, you want to talk about something that got me in a chokehold? That is the one. That is ever since I was fucking young as fuck, I always wanted the last word. That's why I always got my ass beat by my mom. Always wanted the last word. To this day, I don't give a fuck if I was in an abusive relationship, wanted the last word. And sometimes the last word is not needed. Sometimes it's just not fucking needed. But the point of the matter is that I feel like if I could sit over here and I could get my shit out, I feel better. I don't know if you guys are like that, but it's like, I really feel like in order for me, like, let's say we end this shit, in order for me to have closure, I gotta get my shit out. If I feel like I'm shut off before I get my point off, like, before I get my anger out, whatever you want to call it, like, I have a rage. Not even, because it's getting better actually, but it's like I get irritated. But I want the last word, because it's just like, especially if we're arguing, but I don't know which one I need to work on more. Me dealing with somebody that is nonchalant, that don't say shit, or the person that will argue back and forth with me, for competing for the last word. Whew. Next one. I shut down when it comes to my emotions. Now, I know this whole life I've been like, I'm over emotional. I be in feels. I be overreacting. I have control issues. Let me keep it all the way of being with you. I do. That very much is me. That very much is me. Yes. But let me tell you something. As soon as I feel rejected, shut down. Sometimes I be thinking that I be sitting over here being able to communicate my feelings to a T. Nah. Sometimes that shit goes in one way, out the fucking other. Let me tell you something. My emotions are strategic. They're fucking strategic. Like, they're strategic. What the fuck does that mean? That means, listen. Sometimes I can sit over here and be like, yo, this is my emotions today. I feel this. Sometimes it's like, big dog, mama ain't raised no bitch. I'm not about to sit over here and explain nothing to you. So within this, I ain't never had to be writing so much shit. But I'm doing some self-evaluation as I'm talking to y'all. So, you know, I hope this is helping y'all. If it's not, if you just watching this shit and you just enjoying the fucking keys and shit like that, then cool. Okay? I shut down when it comes to emotion, and it's calling my attention back to like one of my first real relationships that I count. And I remember we would get into arguments because he was like, why can't you just show fucking emotions? You just shut down. Like, anytime we would get in an argument, I would shut down and I would not say anything. I had a lot to say, but I just shut down. I couldn't say nothing. And he would just literally shake me like, say something. I couldn't. And it's funny because a few years later, I got into a relationship with somebody that was just like that. That didn't communicate their emotions until I triggered him enough to where he would yell his emotions. And then I would shut down again. I shut down when people yell at me. I shut down when I'm scared. I shut down when I don't know the outcome. I also shut down when I don't know other people's feelings. It's so funny because when I know people like me, like when I know it like to a T, I just be like, all right, cool. It don't bother me. But when I don't know how people feel about me, it's like it triggers some people pleasing shit within me. But it's crazy because I don't give a fuck about what people think. But that's how I know that that's a fucking a thing that I have to still work on, because it's like, y'all, to be honest, I could get on this live and not give a fuck about how I'm looking. I could get on this live and sit over here and we could talk, we could kick it up. I don't care. We could air out dirty laundry. We could sit over here and vent. I don't care. But it's like, my people pleasing creeps out at different moments, and I don't know when it does versus when it doesn't. Okay. I run away from feelings, then I blurt them out to people. So I'm gonna keep it a bean. There's times where I sit over here and I block people because it just makes sense in my mind. But then I'll go unblock them and I'll be like, well, why didn't you try? You didn't try to contact me. You didn't try to sit over here and put forth effort into me. You didn't try to sit over here and like to communicate it. And it wasn't until actually last night that I was having a conversation with one of my good friends. And they were like, well, why do you think that that's healthy? And I'm not gonna lie, that should have me in a fucking chokehold. It's like, I'm not going to participate in something that is unhealthy. If I'm blocked, then guess what? I'm just blocked. I'm not going to continue. I've reached out to you before while I was blocked, and I was still blocked after that. Some of you guys need to deal with people. Some of you guys have people into your life or need to deal with people that reinforce fixing your bad behaviors. And really it's reinforce you not being toxic anymore. So within this conversation, it made me realize that there's a lot of toxic behaviors. Don't get me wrong, I'm working every fucking day to fix this shit. But this is my truth, y'all. I'm working to become a better person, but that doesn't mean that I'm not human. And I feel like when I sit over here, because the point is I run away from my feelings, but then I come back to blurt them out to people, because it's like, listen, you know you hurt me, dog. Like, I feel like if you hurt me, you hurt my feelings, you should know that. Because there was a time where I just held on to that shit for years. And it's like, I'm not holding on to shit that does not belong to me. And I feel like you guys need to hear that. Stop holding on to y'all hurt feelings. I don't care if it's just them sitting over here saying, listen, I think I found my soulmate and it's not you. Let that shit go. Let it go. I don't care if it's them sitting over here saying that, listen. I don't care if it's them sitting over here saying, projecting they hurt feelings onto you. It's like, listen, I can't hold on to that. Relevancy there. I also wrote down, no one ever knows how I feel because I don't know how I feel. Whew. Because I got to break this one into sectors. I said, no one ever knows how I feel because I don't know how I feel. 1 minute, I'm going to keep it a being with you. This is why I be thinking I'm bipolar a little bit. I'm going to keep it a being with you. How you doing, Daydreams? It's good to see you, babes. I'm going to keep it all the way a being with you. There are times, same person, one person, same person, I can be like, ooh, I'm in love with this person. I really like this person. I'm fucking with this person. Butterflies and all that shit. And then there's another moment where I'm like, get this motherfucker away from me, bitch. I don't need to talk to you for 2 weeks, blocked. 2 weeks, 2 months, bitch, whatever it takes until I feel like you deserve to come back into my life. I can't explain as to why I can do that to people. I can't explain as to why I can sit over here and go and block people for months at a time and then go back and dip back into their life. Maybe that's a part of me that I still gotta fix too. Maybe it's because I really just think that I got the juice and I can sit over here and go back in and out of people's lives because they are gonna allow me to do that. And maybe that's the part I still have to fix. Because once connections are over, then it's over and I need to leave the connection behind. So maybe that's significant for you guys too. Maybe it's like you just leave the connection all the way behind. But it's weird because if the connection hurt deep enough, then typically I can. For the most part. Maybe it's because I always know I can go back, or I always just like to see if I can still can I double back? So that's an ego thing. I also wrote down, I feel like God wants me to stay on that real quickly. Let me tell you something. If you don't know how you feel, then how can anybody else know how you feel? If you don't know if you really like this person, how can they know that you like them? If you don't even know if you want serious commitment from this person, then how will they know that? If you go back and forth about, ooh, I really want to be serious versus, ooh, I really don't want to be serious, how will they know? How will they know? How will you know? And I think that God is challenging us all to sit over here and get clear on what the fuck, how we feel. Because if we don't have clarity there, then we're literally mentally insane. Because we're going to keep repeating the same patterns. I try my hardest to be perfect because I just want to be loved for being me. But the truth is, maybe I'm too hard to love. When I wrote that, I was angry as fuck and I was sad as fuck. So I'm going to keep it a bean with you. Y'all, it's not that we, now that I'm out of my emotions, it's not that we are hard to love. It's just we keep choosing the wrong fucking partners, bro. We are not hard to love. Let me tell you something. We are not hard to fucking love. But the point of the matter is that we have to redefine perfect. We put on facades. Even when we are during our healing process, because our healing, if you think about healing, healing is for us to take down layers of ourselves in order to get back to who our true self is, our inner child, right? That takes time. But even within that time, we still have a facade of layers up. Call it an onion, if you will. We show the world our perfect side. We show people what we want to see. Like, we show them what we want them to view us as, right? But we don't show them who we are. And the reason why is because there was one time, maybe even two times, where you did show who you are to the wrong people and they didn't accept you. They rejected you. In moments where you just wanted love, in moments where you just wanted a companion, in moments where you just wanted to feel safe, in moments where you wanted to sit over here and just have somebody that had your back, that you know that you could call on. If you were ever in a bind, you wanted that person that you just knew, like, no matter fucking what, it don't matter how long we go without talking, you have my back. I could pick up the phone and you would be there. Like, you wanted that love. You deserve that love. But the point of the matter is that you're asking for it from people that can't even give you tissue when you need to wipe your ass. They can't even give you the real. They can't give you something even that's free, which is the truth. They can't even keep it real with you on if they dealing with other people. They can't even keep it real with themselves on if they feeling you or not. You're dealing with people that are not mentally here. You're dealing with people that can't even give you a peace of mind, or even a safe space to even come in and relax and to zone out for. So the truth is that it's not that you're not, it's not that you're hard to love. You're not. You're just choosing to love the wrong people. And in a sense, it's kind of the right people, because everybody teaches you a lesson. It's just, are you taking the time to identify what the fuck the lesson was? Every person that came into your life, do an evaluation as to why they were there. Why did I fuck on this person? Why did I fall in love with this person? Why did I even like this person? Why did I hate this person? Why did I sit over here and not choose this person? Do an evaluation as to why each person came into your life, because 9 times out of 10, your answer is there. You're not hard to love. You're just choosing the people that don't even love themselves. So how could they possibly love you for who you are? You're choosing people that don't even know themselves, and you're looking for them to give you the answers as to how to love yourself, but that answer only comes from within. You're looking for the answer for people to sit over here. You're looking for validation. Some of y'all are looking for validation to sit over here and say, am I perfect? Is she perfect? Is he perfect? Some of you guys are looking for validation within your partners. What does that mean? That means when you bring your partner around the group, the family gatherings, you're looking for validation from these motherfuckers. Fuck who the fuck they are internally. Do they look like do they look the part? Can they pretend? Can they pretend enough to fake the funk with your family? And at this point, some of the people that's seeking you is asking, can you pretend to fake the funk with these people? And because we just, hold on. Oh, because I just hit something and I never even thought about this shit. Let me tell you something. Can you pretend long enough to fake it with my family? See, some of you guys have had connections with motherfuckers that chemistry was there, sex was there, everything was there, but they realized that you are a truth speaker. And the more that you guys do your healing, the more that you identify and find your true authenticity, then all of a sudden they realize that yes, you are perfect. You challenge them, you excite them. You sit over here and you make them feel alive. But in reality, some of them are in families that they hide in. Some of them are in families where they can't be their true authentic self. Like, some of them are in families where they can't sit over here and even show up. So you think that they about to bring you to their motherfucking family? Yo. You think that they about to bring you, your true, happy, bubbly ass self, energetic self. You think they bringing you when they can't even show up. They can't even show up. Like, they family don't even know who they are. And to the motherfuckers that meet they match, that don't care what they family think, salute you. I wrote down, I can't even love myself correctly. Some of you guys have routines y'all not following. Some of y'all, and honestly, I'm going to speak for all of us. We have routines we not following. We fucking sitting over here allowing people to manipulate us. We over here fucking showing up for everybody else's sorry ass, but we ain't showing up for ourselves. We know we need therapy, but we not going to get in therapy. We know we need help because we have identified that there are things about us that we cannot fix by ourselves, yet we keep drowning. We know we need to get ourselves out of this financial fucking situation, but the point of the matter is that we're not shifting jobs. We're not trying new things. We're not hustling anymore. We're just sitting here expecting for life to sit over here and shift. We're expecting for life to just magically fucking just appear some new shit, when in reality, it's a two-part thing. You ask God for some shit and then you get your ass out there and you hustle and go do that shit. You don't love yourself correctly. We don't love ourselves correctly because, listen, instead of us sitting over here trying to get an 8 hour of fucking sleep, we on the phone trying to deal with other people's fucking problems, trying to solve other people's problems for them. We don't love ourselves enough because we don't establish boundaries with people and tell people that they hurt us when they actually hurt us. We do not love ourselves correctly because we have yet to sit over here and even identify what that looks like. And that's why God is calling you guys, a few of you guys, to be by yourself. Because how can you love other people more than you love yourself? Because in the times past, when that has happened, the thing is that once you actually got those people, you got in relationships with those people, heavy emphasis on the got. You lost those people the same way that you got them, which is you wanting to put them on a pedestal and just keep them on a pedestal. You look at these people as Barbie and as Ken. They're supposed to be in a box. Please don't touch it. You don't give them room to grow. You don't give them room to make mistakes. You don't give them room to sit over here and shift because you got that Barbie, you got that Ken. They're in a fucking box. Like, you got it. But where you fucked up at is that you didn't realize that by you not allowing them to grow, they gonna rip themselves out the fucking plastic. No pun intended. You're allowing them, they suffer, they run away from you. Because your perfectionism and your images is that I won the trophy, but they were not a trophy, they're a person. You're not a trophy, you're a person. And we keep viewing these people as assets when in reality they're turning into liabilities because you're not allowing them to grow. Or they're not allowing you to grow. Take it as it fucking resonates. But in the end, it will always work itself out, even if it means divorce. So there's that. So I say all this to say I walk so y'all can fucking run. Let me tell you something. I am walking so you guys can fucking run. I said, I get play, but I don't get love until it's too late. Let me tell you something. DMs be flooded. People always swiping up. Hey, big head. Calling my number. Texting me. Who's this? I get play, but I'm not getting love. I said, hoes pop up when the relationships come out. I said, I thought about you when I was with him. I said, no one is innocent, not even me. I said, what have you learned? I said, I have to get my shit together. I have to get my health together. I have to rest. Some of you guys' names could begin with an NKW or a J because I wrote that at a different date, but could be significant, or you could be dealing with somebody with this. First, middle, or last name, initial. I have to enjoy my journey. My path is unlocking for me. Doing nothing to sabotage is the key. Going back to I have to enjoy my journey. Or you have to enjoy your journey, y'all. I seen a fucking hat yesterday when I was in the store going to get in some pine salt and a Swifter. So some of you guys could be cleaning your houses, or y'all just cleaned your houses this weekend. I was cleaning this weekend. But I seen a hat. I don't know why. I don't get clothes from Walmart. But actually, Walmart has some cute shit, but I don't get it. I just was walking and I seen a hat and it said enjoy the journey, and it was on a pink hat, and when I flipped it over there was a flower in there, and I just felt like God was telling me that it was for me. And on that particular day I looked really good. On that particular day I really was like but I was mad as fuck. That's when I was angry, but it was just like, what are you angry about? You're angry that everything is working out for you? You're angry because everything is sitting over here. Like, you're angry because you're on pause, but you're not reflecting as to why you are on pause. You're not reflecting, and it's 444 as I'm saying that. Like, you're upset that things aren't within your control. You're upset because you don't know what's next. You're upset because you don't know who your partner is going to be, when in reality you're supposed to be enjoying figuring it out. You're supposed to enjoy all these motherfuckers. That's not it. You're supposed to enjoy you sitting over here figuring out, are you going to live in a mansion? Are you going to live in a townhouse? What is your dream home? You're supposed to be enjoying rebuilding your connections, rebuilding your new friendships, rebuilding all of these fucking things. You're supposed to enjoy walking into a tea shop and meeting a new friend. You're supposed to enjoy the simplicities of life. So what happens when you take out that shit and you're just trying to X out the enjoyment of finding these people? A lot of us just settle for anything and we get everything. Yeah. Let's get into the amethyst bowl. I thought I was gonna pick some cards, but I don't feel called to it. I'm gonna get into the amethyst and then I'm gonna get out of here, okay? Please reveal to the collective what they need to know. Be able to identify it. Music notes could be significant. A king or a crown could be significant. Some of you guys could be going to the dentist. Some of you guys could have got Botox, because I'm seeing a needle go into a chin and into a nose at the same time. Some of you guys are at a crossroads. Some of you guys could be Aries. I'm also seeing the sign Pisces. Some of you guys initials could be K. Some of you guys are blocking off your vision. Some of you guys were kings and queens in the past lifetime, because I'm seeing another crown here. You could have that crown tattooed on you though. But I'm seeing both of you guys. So I feel the need to tell you guys, I don't feel that you guys are together, but I feel like you guys are close, if that makes sense. I feel like, to be honest, if you're a feminine watching this, I feel like you're still discovering who you are, but you're being hidden off from your masculine. And if you're a masculine watching this, you're still unmasking your crown. So you have a crown on your head, but you're not sitting over here like, it's like, but you got a hoodie over it. It's like you sitting over here still hiding from your true self. You're still hiding from being your true, like, your true masculine. And it's not even about femininity and masculinity. It's just about your true power. You're hiding your power. You're hiding behind your hoodie. So because you're hiding still, because you got your crown over your eyes and you don't want to see the path still, that you don't want to see that your true person is in front of you. Your true person is going to be revealed. And if you were feminine, some of your true people is behind you. And the reason why they behind you is because they couldn't sit over here and realize that you was their true queen, true goddess, whatever you want to call it. But the point of the matter is that you had to continue on about your journey, and you was blocked off from this person. Some of you guys had connections with people and you really did feel like they was your person. You really did feel like they was it. But the point of the matter is that you're not supposed to slow down because they didn't realize who you were. You're not supposed to slow down because they chose other people before you. You're not supposed to sit over here and slow down. And it's funny. You're not supposed to slow down because these people didn't see the potential within you. Because God said that, listen, if they're supposed to be in your life, they will catch up to you. Even if God takes them out of your life, they will catch up to you. But the point of the matter is some of you guys keep looking over your shoulders. And you know what's so funny is that I was just watching the 4x400 world race earlier today. And I said the girl, I think she was from the Netherlands. The only reason why she lost, the only reason why she fell down was because she kept looking back, because she kept getting distracted. And she couldn't blame nobody else but herself. If she would have kept looking forward, she would have sat over here and took the whole damn thing, but she fell right before she sat over here and crossed that finish line, causing Ethiopia to place first, second, and third. Netherlands had the game plan. She knew, she practiced it 1,000 times. She practiced it, and I feel like this is significant. It's just like she practiced it over and over. Reserve your energy. Go slow here. Take your time. Here's time to move up a little bit. We on our 3rd round, about to hit our 4th round type shit. It's like, let's get ready. We about to take off. And when she took off, she took the fuck off. Everything was muscle memory, but she kept turning fucking around. She kept looking at the time. getting distracted. Some of you guys are getting too distracted. You turned around too many fucking times. And I just feel the need to tell you that if they're supposed to be in your life, they will. And if they're not, good riddance. The initials F could be significant. I keep seeing 4s. Somebody is really trying to do my throat chakra in right now, but you ain't gonna get me. Some of you guys' name could begin with an M. Heavy F energy though. I see T. Now what's crazy is I see TT. And it's funny because now it's calling my attention to like the girl. So I was also watching the for 100, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm not no track person, but I was watching the US teams like go crazy, and it was like I was watching like the first runner, she was like, it was the 4 girl, but the first runner, she didn't like, she was okay, like she did what she had to, but TT was the second runner, and she was the one that like fucking like really made sure like got everything back on track. Like the first runner she ran, I want to give her credit, but it's just like TT was the one that actually made the difference. She was the second runner though, but TT in that race was the reason, like she literally did her shit. She literally got it to the third person, and then it was Gabby. Gabby did her shit, and then Shakara Richardson, then she fucking finished. But I feel like nobody, I don't know if anybody gave like credit to TT, because TT is the reason why they really run the race, even though she was second. And maybe that could be significant, because now I'm sitting over here hearing like a Drake burst in my head, and he was like, you know, I took second even though I knew I was first. So some of you guys could be taking second in your life, and in reality that it's like you already know you're the best person. You already know that you're the reason why this shit is the way that it is. Cancer energy could be significant, but some of you guys know that can apply to your love life though. Some of you guys know that bitch, you the best person that they ever gonna be with, and they ain't never gonna find nobody else like you. But the point of the matter is that they had to lose you in order to identify that. Some of you guys are holding on in spite of waiting for them to sit over here and realize that you are their person. But the point of the matter is that you're wasting too much time. Some of you guys are waiting for somebody to wave the white flag, and it might never come in when you need it. You might be old and gray by the time you get that apology. So why are you waiting? I also feel the need to sit over here and say some of you guys could be dealing with a boxer, or you have boxing in your past, or maybe you're thinking about taking up boxing. I see the initials LL. For some reason I was gonna say ludicrous. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe your name is Chris, or you're dealing with somebody named Chris. I feel the need to say, stand up. When I move, you move. Just like that. I don't know why that song just came up in my head. Some of you guys could be bakers out there, or you could come from a line of bakers, because I see an older gentleman with like a chef's hat. And I see the collar on and everything. Like I see the whole chef thing, but it's an older masculine. Or this is you. Or your ancestors. They could be telling you that they want. Sorry y'all, my phone is dying. Some of them are encouraging you to start learning how to cook, because some of you guys come from a line, and now I'm seeing a saxophone. So some of you guys come from like a tradition of like musicians, from cooks and shit like that, and like they want you to get back in touch with who the fuck you are. Some of you guys have hands that are like seriously like gifts of gaffs type shit. Like some of you guys could sit over here and really create some shit, but it's just like even like if you sit over here, some of you guys smoke, but it's like maybe even you sitting over here taking your time and rolling up something, like you can create something that hits type shit. And it's so funny because now I'm sitting over here thinking about one of my friends, and like, he smokes. I don't smoke, but it's so funny that I hang around people that smoke and I don't. But it's like, he was rolling, he like takes his long ass time to roll, and it's like, I was like, dude, I don't even smoke and you take a long ass time. I was like, bro, I was like, if I had to smoke behind you, I would be irritated. So that could be significant. But now I see somebody on here and they're on the phone and they're smoking. Maybe they're trying to get through to you. Because I just got trying to get through to you energy. So somebody you should sit over here and expect an incoming call. But I feel like, or they sitting over here trying to call. They calling their friends. They talking to their friends about you because I see you in the background, like on their head, but you're not physically there. If that makes sense. But what are they revealing to their friend? Or they could be talking, because now I see an older masculine, so I feel like they're on the phone with like maybe like a granddad or a dad or something. Maybe they're trying to get advice, or maybe this is you trying to get advice from like an elder, like what should I do about this connection. Yeah, specifically somebody with a beard. They have a beard and they have a mustache too, and it's gray. And then now I'm getting mom energy. So I feel like the reason why it's shifting from a masculine to a feminine now is because there's multiple people in here. So some of you guys, like, they might sit over here and be calling their mom or like their grandma and stuff, because I'm seeing like an older auntie. But heavy mom energy too. It's like y'all are trying to, or maybe you guys should start asking like y'all elders, like your elders, like for advice and stuff like that. I'm not sitting over here saying you got to go and give them all like the tea on what's going on in your life, but maybe you could just be like, well, how would you have handled this situation? Because back in the day, it's like our grandparents stayed together longer. So maybe they could have some juice, like, you know, what made you actually sit over here and see like, this is your person versus this is when you should have moved on type stuff. And it's like, that's the missing piece that you're getting. I also feel the need to tell you guys that sometimes like the missing pieces aren't, you don't have the missing pieces. A lot of the energy that you sitting over here, heavy energy on K, but, and now I'm getting H2, and I wanted to say H2O, so water could be significant. So you could be dealing with a water sign. Heavy Pisces energy, and now I'm seeing a J. I see an X too. And I see a heart. But I feel the need to sit over here and say that some of you guys need to realize that another person has, TA could be significant, A could be significant too, but the number 8 could be significant too. Sorry guys, because like when I see things I have to say it so I don't forget it. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, I feel like another person has like the missing piece of what you're looking for. But the point of the matter is that the only way that you can identify this is by you sitting over here coming into connection with this person. But I'm also getting that some of you guys are going to be coming into unions. Not all of y'all, so discern. But some of you guys are going to come into connections with these people, but your soul is going to recognize them before you actually recognize them. It's like your energy, because I'm seeing your energy. Your energy recognizes that they're your person, because this feminine right here, I see her like with daisies in her hair, and it's like she's like about to get married. But I see her energy. It's the craziest shit. I don't know how to explain it, but her energy sees his heart, and his heart, like, it's like it's connected. Her mind and his heart connected. And when I go up, then I see another feminine and masculine, and it's like, but it's the same people. It's the same people. And now this person is looking down to you. That's crazy. Wait, do that shit again. Wait. Here we go. You guys are about to come into union. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? You might be between two people. Because I see you leaning, like I seen him leaning down and kissing you. And I see a 4. Rocks. But then when I go up, I see another masculine here too. But it's just the same person. For everybody, it's different. So I feel the need to sit over here and say, if you're dealing with two people, or if you listen, if you're dealing with two people, then that's your story. If you're only dealing with one person, then it's one person for you. Because the other person keeps disappearing. But maybe that's the key. You had to let this person, because the second person keeps disappearing unless I do it at a certain angle. But it's like, maybe you have to let this past connection go in order for you to prosper. That's some of you guys' story, because I see your jealous ass ex up here now. Alright. I'm hearing joy to the world, the long has come. So some of you guys, Christmas time could be significant. I've been getting heavy Christmas time energy for a minute now. So something is significant about Christmas time. Some of you guys could be 30 or dealing with somebody 30. You could have been born in the 80s. You know, it's crazy. I was like, some of you guys could have been born in the 90s, but then I felt the need to say, like, well, duh, they're born in the 90s, so they could be significant. I don't fucking know. Heavy energies on 8s, though. So I feel the need to sit over here and say that money's coming in. If your money has been funny. The initial L could be significant, but I'm not seeing L. I just said L because I was thinking of, like, the Ludacris song keeps popping in my head. So that could be significant. I'm gonna leave it there though. R's could be significant and D's can be significant. I'm gonna leave motherfucking there, okay? Well, let me tell you why. Because, like me, I feel like there's a lot going on. Anyway, if y'all want a personal motherfucking reading, link in the fucking bio. I love you guys. I feel the need to tell y'all this will be uploaded to my fucking, to my YouTube. So if you wanted to watch this from the beginning, if you feel called to, go to my motherfucking YouTube. Am I supposed to pull some fucking cards right now? Do what you wish. I'm gonna ask one question for y'all asses, okay? Y'all think of a question in y'all head right now. I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds. Really 5. Ask a question and I'm gonna give you and it has to be a yes or no question. Okay? And I know y'all anxiety folks right now is like, bitch, I don't know what question to ask. I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds. Whatever question has been deep in your mind, you don't gotta type it, just keep it in your head, okay? Answer the question for the collective, please. It's time. Give them the correct answer that they need to hear right now. You know what's crazy? I said that y'all need to hear right now. So maybe whatever you're asking, the question might change. Or like the answer might change. The answer is no. And it's double confirmation because it's no at the bottom of my deck, but no in my hand too. I'm sorry. But it's because of balance. The answer is no, because I'm going to tell you why the answer is no. The answer is no because it doesn't balance you, and what's going on right now is bringing within balance within you. And it's because of money too. For some of you guys. Some of you, you know what's crazy? It's half and half. Some of you it's because of the love is coming in, because I have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles right identical to each other, and then I have Judgment, and it's the way of the fucking life. Some of you guys have 2 different paths. Some of you is because of money, some of you is because of love, but either way, it's because of life. And I feel the need to sit over here and tell you that, listen, God wants me to call your attention to what it is that you're planting your seeds into right now. It's a no for right now, but it might not be a no for forever. And because there's 1,000 of y'all motherfuckers up in this bitch, I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that if it is love, that just wasn't your person. If it is money, it's because it's challenging you to sit over here and plant new seeds. If you should forgive a parent for right now, I feel like the answer is no, because the boundaries need to be set. If it is, should you sit over here and have this baby, I feel like the answer is no, because that's not your right partner. If the fucking question is you sitting over here being like, big dog, will I fucking pass that test? You know you didn't study fucking enough for it. It's a no for right now, but it could change in the future if you put forth the necessary effort. Should you deal with that person? No, you shouldn't deal with that person, because the devil card came out and it's like you don't have all the truth, you don't have all the facts, and that person brings you out of alignment. Some of you guys are dealing with people that sit over here and bring out, like, they keep you unfocused, to be honest. It's like you focus in on yourself and you do a good job, and then somebody comes into your life and then they throw you off. They throw your routine off, and it's like, I gotta remove them now. Is there anything else? Family reunion, who we introducing? God is giving you a new life. He's giving you a new opportunity to choose it and get it right this time. Are you going to choose it though? Are you going to choose the same life that you always been choosing? Red shirts are significant. So are blue. Are you going to take the red pill or the blue pill, okay? I love you guys. I'm about to get out of here because it's late as fuck and I usually don't even be up here this late. Okay? If you guys want a personal reading, link in the bio. If you want to watch this YouTube video, then it will be posted soon. I also feel the need to sit over here and say, if you guys do go to my YouTube and you feel called by a certain title, listen to it. And I'm gonna leave it there. I love you guys. Y'all sit over here and be safe. And don't do nothing I wouldn't do, okay? Peace and love, love bug. Peace and love.